I'm sure you've all seen this scene before, a tall well-dressed man walking down the street, sobbing like a child. This powerful image comes from the 2003 Oscar-winning film The Pianist, whose lead actor took home the Academy Award for Best Actor that year. This is a true story, so viscerally real, it puts you right there in the moment. The story begins as war breaks out, and Nazi forces occupy Poland's capital. Our protagonist is a renowned pianist, but even with all his talent, he's out of work. His entire family is out of work, 6 people living off their last 5,003 zlotys in cash. The Nazis have decreed that Jewish families can only keep 2,000. The rest must be turned over to the authorities. Handed over, not a chance, but where to hide it? His sister suggests burying it at the bottom of a flower pot. Dad recalls how during World War I, they drill a hole in the table leg and stash money inside. His brother argues that the most dangerous place is the safest place. Just leave the money on the table and throw a newspaper over it.
You stupid. The Germans will search high and low. I promise you they'll never notice.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Of course they'll notice it.
The pianist comes up with his own solution, stuffing the bills one by one into the cracks of his violin. Even so, the money disappears fast. Before long, his mother is sitting on the bed, weeping. They're down to their last 20 zlotys. It's not just about putting food on the table anymore. Jews face relentless discrimination. Everyone must wear a white armband. His father gets beaten on the street, simply for failing to bow to a Nazi officer. The noose keeps tightening. Soon the entire family is ordered to relocate to the Jewish ghetto, where 400,000 people are crammed together behind newly erected walls. From this point on, discrimination isn't the biggest problem anymore, it's survival. Everyone is starving. They're selling off their possessions for next to nothing at the market. They walk past a man who's died in the street, his child crying out for him, but no one can afford to stop. One day, a Jewish policeman shows up at their door, a Jew hired by the Germans to police his own people. He wants the pianist and his brother to join the force. The pay is good, the family wouldn't have to worry about food, but both refuse. They won't become tools for the enemy to oppress their own. Still, if they won't do it, someone else will. Life gets harder by the day. One day the pianist passes by the wall. Children squeeze through gaps in the barrier to smuggle food back from the other side. They're small enough to fit through holes barely big enough for a dog, but not all of them make it back safely. One boy is being beaten to death by German soldiers on the other side. By the time the pianist manages to pull him through, the child has stopped breathing.
Stand up. Stand up.
Late one night, the family is sitting around eating potato soup. Suddenly they hear German military vehicles outside. This is bad. The Nazis are here. Lights go out one by one in the building across the street. They quickly kill their lights too. Then they hear the harsh barking of German commands from across the way. The Nazis have entered an apartment where a family is having dinner, just like them. The Nazis order everyone to stand. There's an elderly man who doesn't stand, because he's disabled. And then